beautiful legacy. Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
Hello and welcome. You are listening to A Beautiful Legacy. I'm your host, Tiago Pinto, and this is your short moment to take a look on the people who shaped how we live, shop, work, and move. Most brands still think value sits inside the product. Better ingredients, better craft, better story. Jeanne Alexandrine Louise Melin-Pommery understood something completely different, more strategic. Value can sit around the product, in the place that produces it, the journey that frames it, and the proof that makes it believable. She did not just sell champagne, she built an argument for it, in chalk, stone, gardens, and ritual. And by doing that, she helped invent a model that now defines wine tourism, luxury flagships, and brand homes across categories. The destination as a retail engine. The context was a house, a widow, a market that did not make space. When her husband died in 1858, Jeanne inherited a champagne house in a market shaped by intermediaries, export dependence, and reputation building at a distance. Champagne was growing as an international symbol, but the consumer's relationship remained abstract. Bottles moved through merchants, and the production world stayed invisible. Trust was a story you heard, not a thing you could see.
Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
Luxury has a structural weakness. The further away the consumer is, the harder trust becomes. Jeanne's solution was simple and profound. Compress the distance. If people could walk through the scale, patience, craftsmanship, and history behind champagne, the product would stop being a claim and become a conclusion. This is where she moved beyond production and into retail thinking. Jeanne Pommery built one of the earliest complete frameworks for experience-led commerce. She opened the cellars to visitors. The chalk cellars beneath Reims were not designed for tourism. They were infrastructure. Jeanne reframed them as a theater. She made the underground world navigable, legible, and memorable, turning production into a guided narrative. Visitors did not just learn about champagne, they felt the time it takes to make it. What had been hidden became a proof. She invested in architecture and grounds as a brand language. The chateau, gardens, and estate were not decorative gestures. They were a deliberate extension of the product's meaning. Architecture did what packaging could not. It made the brand feel permanent. It suggested order, refinement, and seriousness, the same qualities the champagne wanted to signal. In modern terms, she used space as a communication channel. She integrated art to elevate the commercial experience by placing artworks and sculptures within the cellars and the estate. She connected champagne to cultural legitimacy. This matters because premium pricing requires more than quality. It requires status. Jeanne understood that culture can function as retail infrastructure. It increases perceived value without changing the liquid inside the bottle. She turned the winery into a pilgrimage, not a factory. The state became a destination people traveled to, spoke about, and remembered. And that is the pivot. When the place becomes part of the product, the consumer is no longer buying champagne. They are buying participation in a certain world. The world we inherited from Jeanne Pommery. This is the part most people miss. Jeanne's Pommery legacy is not a champagne house. It is a blueprint. We now live in a retail world where entire industries behave as if her logic is obvious. Wine tourism as a category exists because the winery became visitable. The assumption that every serious wine region needs tastings, tours, cellar routes, and curated visitor experiences follows directly from the model she proved could work. Brand homes are now standard in luxury because place became proof. Fashion maison, watchmakers, automotive brands, and perfume houses invest in spaces that are less stores and more temples because physical environments create belief faster than messaging. Experiential flagships became a global retail strategy. From Tokyo to Paris to New York, brands build destinations where people come to feel the brand, not merely buy it. This is her idea industrialized. Hospitality merged into retail. Restaurants inside fashion stores, cafes inside bookshops, tastings inside brand spaces. Retail understood that lingering is not wasted time. It is conversion of another kind. The back of house became front of house. Open kitchens, visitable workshops, live production, transparent supply chains. These are all variations of her most radical move, turning hidden operations into consumer-facing evidence. The modern consumer now expects narrative plus environment, not product alone. You can taste the champagne everywhere, but today, consumers want to know where it comes from, walk through its origin, photograph it, post it, and carry the story with them. That expectation is the world she helped create. Put simply, Jeanne Pommery helped shift commerce from transaction to experience, and experience is now a central currency of premium retail. Jeanne Alexandrine Louise Melin-Pommery did not just expand a champagne house. She demonstrated that space can do what advertising cannot. It can make trust physical. She turned production into narrative, architecture into positioning, and visitation into loyalty. She made the winery a destination, and in doing so, she rewired how premium goods are sold today. And that truly is a beautiful legacy.
Beautiful legacy. Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
You've been listening to A Beautiful Legacy, a short moment of clarity in a world built by remarkable minds. If it inspired you, follow the show and join me again on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Until then, keep noticing the beauty people leave behind.
Beautiful legacy. trace of who we were. In the shape of a chair in